This tutorial is about how to put on your leader, and also how to thread your fly rod guides. First, pull out a little of your fly line. Now, take a leader out. Hold the leader loop in your fingers like so. Then take the loop end and start unraveling it. Depending on the brand, this could be wrapped around the loop 3 to 6 times. Once the last wrap is undone, then start pulling the line and unraveling it from your fingers. Doing it this way really helps keep you from knotting up your leader before you ever even fish with it. Once it's unraveled, the nylon will still want to be coiled up due to line memory. To straighten it out, and to make it easier to work with, just stretch the leader in sections until the entire leader is relatively straight. When doing the loop connection, make sure that you put the fly line through the loop of the leader. This will make it much easier to connect. Then stick the other end of the leader through the loop of the fly line and pull tight. Sometimes you have to push the knot through, but usually it will just come together neatly. As you can see, we have created a handshake type connection, where the leader and line come together very nicely. The loops will also straighten out a bit and flatten, making it easier to move through the rod guides. And here is what happens when you put the leader loop through the fly line loop. As you can see, the leader loops around itself and gets stuck on the knot. This happens every single time. After you release the knot, it will get stuck on the fly line loop as well. Then it takes a bit of playing with to create that handshake type connection, and it usually wants to loop up a bit and not create that connection. So stick with doing it the first way I showed you. Now let's move on to threading the guides of your fly rod. So always make sure, guys, that the line is going through the bottom part here like that. Because if it's going over the top, over this little section right there, it's not going to be on correctly. You want it to go under this section of the reel. Once you've got your leader on, okay, a lot of people will go through and put the end of the leader in like this and then keep on going up. The problem is, with the weight of the fly line, it'll just pull that right through if you let go, okay? How I like to do it, and this really helps keep that from falling back through, is to double up like this. Go through the fly line part, actually, rather than the leader, and double up that fly line and stick it through like that. And what happens is, once you start coming up like this, if you let go and that starts to come through, you can see it catches and it will stop, so you're not losing, you know, it's not going to go through the entire rod. Just go ahead and start threading all the way up. Once you get to the top, obviously, you want to pull that leader all the way through. And there you go. So if I was to let go partially through, it would catch, as you saw. Versus if I was putting the leader up, all that fly line, the weight of the fly line will just pull that leader right through, and there you go. It's all threaded and ready to go. Now you can tie your fly on and get ready to start fishing whichever way you're going to fish.